outrageous. That's what doesn't make sense to me. That's actually the one thing that I'm the most angry about. Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about money. I did make a video like this in the past about what I spent in a week, and that was during like the height of the pandemic, so it was easy for me to spend like $20 a week and be like, I'd say we're not looking too bad so far. It's not like that now. I think this is a way more accurate representation of what someone legitimately spends, what someone realistically spends living here. I live by myself. I fully support myself financially. So if you're in that same situation, this is a good representation of that. So we'll start with the juicy stuff first. We'll start with my fixed expenses, and these are expenses that don't change during the month. I can rely on them to be this much money. I got my little piece of paper here so I don't get any of the numbers wrong. So for my rent, I pay $1,450 per month on my rent. I think that's frankly a really good price for living in a studio in Manhattan. For my Wi-Fi, I pay $70 a month, and I think last year I was paying $50 with Spectrum, but after the first year they raised the prices on me. Sucks, but now it's $70 for Wi-Fi, but it's something I can't go without, so I suck it up and I pay it. The next thing is my phone bill. I pay $100 a month for my unlimited iPhone plan. To me, it's worth it. All of this is subjective in case you didn't pick up on that. Like what I'm about to tell you that I pay is based on like my own lifestyle and my own priorities. So you might disagree with it, and that's totally fine. For Con Ed, for electricity and gas, I pay $45 on average, and I think more in the wintertime it's around like 55 to 60 because I have my Christmas tree plugged in 24/7. So, but during the summer, if I'm like easy on the AC, it's like between 45 and 50, $40, like that whole range a month. I'm considering like commuting as fixed expenses. So the most that I'll spend on subways every month is $132, and that's 4 weeks of unlimited cards. So basically I could buy like a monthly unlimited pass for the metro, but I've bought 2 of those in my time here in New York, and I've lost both of them. So I just paid like the extra $4 or $5 it takes to get a new unlimited card every week because it runs out after 7 days. So the most that I'll spend is $132 on the subways. So the total for my fixed expenses is $1,737 a month. So I have to at least make that in order to have a place to live, and if I didn't want to eat or have any fun. So I have some medical expenses that I spend every month. Some of these are fixed, but they're taken out of my paycheck already, and that is my medical, dental, and vision insurance that I get through work. So I get paid every 2 weeks at my job, and they take out $70 and some change every 2 weeks for my health insurance. So that totals to $154.86 for the whole month of just the premium for my health insurance. And then for dental insurance per month, I pay $5.62. Then for vision, I pay $3.90 a month. So yeah, like per pay period, it's like $1 something. Like that's crazy. So since it's taken out of my paycheck each week, I don't really like think about it. I had a charge for $150 from my therapist. I went to the doctor once, so I had a $15 copay. I paid $10 for a medication that I take, which totals to last month for medical expenses, $339.38. So we're getting up there. Now we're like past $2,000 that I spent last month, and I still haven't had any fun yet. And I did list out like the student loan payment that I pay and my credit card bill, but I personally don't want to share how much I pay on the internet. I hope you understand, but that is a payment that I did make. So these are the subscriptions that I pay for every month. So I guess these are fixed expenses, but I could like not subscribe to them, so they're not really fixed. For Netflix, I pay $15 a month. For Hulu, I pay $6.99 a month. And for HBO, I pay $7.99 a month. I don't know if I would keep all of those, to be honest. Isn't Netflix going downhill? Do you feel like the stuff on Netflix is not that great anymore? I don't know. And it's the most expensive one by like double. So like, is it worth it? I think HBO is a better investment. Personal opinion. So I might get rid of Netflix, but last month I did pay for Netflix. And then for Spotify, I paid $10 a month. I pay for like extra Apple storage for my iCloud, whatever that is. So each month I pay $16.98 for that. And then I have a subscription to the New York Times, which is $8. I actually thought it was $4. I don't know why they charged me for $8. So I might actually get rid of that. And then for another subscription service that I use is for my like hair, skin, nail vitamins. So they mail it to me each month, and that's $30. For Pilates, do I do this a lot? Oh my God, I just did it again. So for my monthly workouts, look at these guns. I use Melissa Wood Health, and so she charges me $10 a month, and it's like a Pilates yoga mix. So the only money that I spend on workout like equipment every month or like workout programs is that. I don't have a gym membership right now. I just like run outside and work out in my apartment. So spent $13 last month on my subscription for Canva. And then Epidemic Sound, I pay $15 a month. And then TubeBuddy, I pay $4.50 last month. And those last three, Canva, the Epidemic Sound, and TubeBuddy, those are all like technically business expenses for me because they're from my YouTube channel. Those are all my subscriptions for last month, which totaled to $137.46. So now we're on to the variable expenses, which is the good stuff, which you really want to know. So for food and entertainment, I have it into 4 categories. I have groceries, Seamless, my food delivery, lunches that I buy at work, and then the category dinner and drinks. So that could be a night out. Even if it's only drinks, I still put it in that category. For groceries, I went grocery shopping last month 3 times, and I spent an average of $75 each time I went grocery shopping. I usually shop at Trader Joe's. And that totaled to, for groceries last month, $225.86. For Seamless, I ordered Seamless 7 times last month, and that is just a low. That's a lot of Seamless. And I usually order that for dinner. So those 7 Seamless orders averaged to $35 per order, and then the total for delivery, food delivery, is $247.69, which is outrageous. That's actually the one thing that I'm the most angry about in this whole, like, what I spent last month is Seamless. For work lunches, I bought lunch at work. Actually, this is really disappointing too. I bought lunches 18 times. 18 times I went to the food court at my work building and bought a lunch. You know how I spend like $225 something on groceries and then order Seamless 7 times and then go buy lunch at work 18 times? When you break it down, I'm at the office 20 days a month, and then only 2 days last month did I only 2 days last month did I bring my own lunch. Where do my groceries go? Like, what am I buying that costs so much, and then I'm ordering dinner that much, and then I'm eating out that much? It's basically convenience, I guess. Anyways, my work lunches averaged to $12.50 per order, and then that totaled to $224.22 for dinner and drinks. I went out last month 5 times. I averaged $82 per time I went out, and then the total amount of money I spent on dinner and drinks, it's not just drinks, okay, is $410.66, which is, it's a lot. The total amount of money I spent on food and entertainment and drinks and stuff last month was $1,108.43. So here's my reasoning behind this. This is how I like to spend my money. I gotta say, I am within budget so far, but I spend my money going out and socializing, and as I've talked about in many of my other videos, living alone, you don't get a lot of social interaction. So it's the investment that I make to be social. It's the investment that I make to see my friends and catch up with them. I'm going out and socializing and like building relationships and meeting people, and that's really important to me right now. Where I'm not okay with spending the money is ordering food to stay here. I could put $247.69 from what I spent in Seamless last month to like going out, doing things outside of my apartment. So I could like buy a cute new outfit instead of buying all this food, especially if I'm going grocery shopping. That's what doesn't make sense to me, and that's what I would like to change after like going through my expenses in this video. This was actually a very helpful video for me to make. The last category is miscellaneous category. So this is different clothes, gifts I bought, haircuts, and then things I buy at like CVS, which ranges from like makeup to like household items and like toilet paper and stuff like that. For clothes, I spent last month $124.29. I think I bought a pair of pants. For gifts, my friend turned 30 last month, so I spent $90 on her gift. And then for a haircut last month, I spent, including tip, I spent $134.73. So my total for miscellaneous expenses last month was $541.02. So the total of all my expenses, variable and fixed, insurance, rent, clothes, drinks, it totals to $4,363.29 is what I spent last month living in New York City. And my takeaway is that I'm actually pretty okay with how it turned out. I know I spent a lot more money on the food area than I thought I would, but I'm saving money in others and I'm prioritizing mindfully about where I want my money to go, so I wouldn't change it as long as I can afford it and continue to save. And I do save as well. I'm not going to put that in the video, but it's worth mentioning that I do save. If you found this helpful, leave a comment. If you have your own tips on budgeting or like what you spend, if you want to share anything, leave them in the comments. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!